Hello, my name is Edward Bebbington and I'm just going to be talking about how to use regex within your paths for your resources so that they can match on a certain kind of regex. For example, any path that's prefixed with user or the number 1. So if we look at the Drash documentation and we just navigate to the page for resources, then we just have a look at the expression URIs section. You can see in this example that the resources are able to specify regular expressions in their paths to allow them to cover multiple endpoints. So for example, just that one single path is going to handle these URIs. So that's what we're going to implement now. So first we need to import Drash, and at this moment of time Drash is version 1.2.5. There we go. Ignore the squiggly lines, they aren't a problem, I just haven't gone to any IntelliSense or support for the IDE. So let's create our resource then. That's going to handle this path. I'm going to extend drash.http.resource. I'm going to set our static paths. Let's just copy that over. There you go. And let's do our get method. This .response.body, so we can set the response for when we send it. Received. If you're not familiar with resources, then it's probably best to look up the video tutorial or documentation on how to use them, just so it gives you a broader understanding. And then let's just return the response. So there we go, that's that part section. That's that section done. We'll just create a server as well. So new drash.http server, as the Drash is a namespace. And we're going to say for our resources, resource. I believe that's all we need for the time being. Then we're going to run the server on localhost and on port 1447. There we go. Then just to check we know the server is running, I'm just going to add some logging. There we go. So that looks like it's fine. So let's run the app. There we go. Right. So now the resource should be able to handle these 4 endpoints, but they should not handle the endpoints for these 4. And that's because this regex is only expecting one number, any number from 0 to 9, and only one of them. So it'll match 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on, but it won't match 10 or 11 or any letters or any special characters. So now let's make a curl request to the server. So curl localhost 1447, and let's say the endpoint user, which it should have matched, and it doesn't. Now let's try a special character. Let's say that one, not found. Let's try 1. There we go, that's found. And then let's try 10. Not found, as expected. And then finally let's try 9. There we go. So that all works as expected, and that's how you would handle static paths. So with regex. So maybe let's create a more complex regex pattern. Let's say if there's a number followed by a lowercase letter followed by a uppercase letter. Let's just close our server and start it again. And now hopefully this should work. Make a curl request to the endpoint again, so make sure this still works. If I typed it correctly. There we go. Then let's try the second path, which is a number followed by a lowercase letter followed by an uppercase letter. Oh, of course. Unterminated regular expression. It was missing the closing bracket there. Then we'll just pull the dollar there for safekeeping. So let's try this again. Start the server, just so I can refresh on all of that. And then let's make another request. There we go. Perfect. And then say if I try to do another character, not going to match. So that is regular expressions. For reference, the tutorial for this on the website can be found under resources, create and resource, and regular expression URIs.